Welcome back to another video. Today is not really going to be a car meet or anything special. It's kind of going to be more of a controversial video today, to be honest. And before I even start this video, I know you guys see the title, but I just want to say that I'm not coming at anybody. And if this video does hurt your feelings, then maybe you might need to reflect just a little bit. Oop. But I know you guys see the title of the video. It says, the car community has changed. It's ruined. And to be honest, I really feel like it really has. It's not like how it used to be back in the day where people would actually buy the cars that they like, and people, would buy cars for themselves instead of buying cars for others. And I feel like a big part of today's culture is people are buying cars to impress other people and to make other people happy instead of making themselves happy. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things killing cars. And there's definitely multiple other factors, but first I want to talk about is the TikTok cars. The TikTok cars are truly ruining car culture. Like, you have people who are buying these G80s or these 992 GT3 RSs, and they're saying, oh, these are the best cars in the world. Like, if you buy any other car, oh, you bought the wrong car. Like, I have gone through many Instagram comments where a person maybe will show they have an Evo, or that they have some other car, maybe a C63 or any car like that, and instantly all the comments will be like, bro, why didn't you get a G80? Why didn't you get a G80, bro? G80 is the best car in the world. It's the best car overall in the world. Why didn't you get a G80? And the thing that people aren't understanding is not everybody wants a G80. Some people want, to actually have a car that they like. They don't want a car that impresses everybody else. And that's such, like, not even just a consumer mindset, but that's such like a hive mind mindset that if somebody doesn't get a G80, he's instantly just, oh, he just bought the wrong car. When that's totally not the truth. How are you going to tell somebody else that they brought the wrong car with their money? Like, if you really want a G80, why don't you buy a G80? And the funniest part is most of these guys who are saying, why didn't you buy a G80, don't have G80s. And people also, like, I feel like another big thing that's big now is people love to compare, and they love to compare statistics of cars, or just instantly just say, oh yeah, this car is the best car in the world. If you don't buy this car because it's the fastest in the straight line, it does this, like, it's not even, your choice is just wrong. Like, I see so many G80 guys are, they're always talking about, oh, but with it down, or, the M340 guy, these guys are probably the worst because they're just, oh, downpipe and tune, best car in the world, you should have just got a B58, it's the best car, all I need is a downpipe and a tune. All they care about is straight line speed. They don't understand there's other parts to having a car than just going 60 to 130 or going fast in a straight line. Like, can you actually drive to where you can drive, maybe around a turn, or actually do something like that? And even some of the G80 guys are a little bit to that, because they're like, oh, but this car is so fast in a straight line, I'm making 800 horsepower. And again, that's not even what the M3 was made for. It was made to be a track car for the road, something that you can take, do some autocross in, and also drive around and daily drive a little bit. But I feel like people are losing that plot. And then the road to, oh yeah, after you're done with your G80, then you just got to get a GT3 RS, because that's just the greatest car ever made. When did everybody start blazing Porsche in the GT3 RS? When I was younger, we all had Lamborghinis and Paganis and Ferraris as our posters on the wall. Now it's just, oh no, the GT3 RS, that's the best car ever made and that you'll ever drive in your life. And from somebody who has driven a GT3, it is a great driving experience, but it's not something that's going to have you just saying like, oh my God, I don't need any other car in this life. Like, it's not something that we should just be cult following just because everybody else says it's the best car. You should actually go out and drive the cars and see which one you actually like, instead of just instantly deciding, yeah, I like this because everybody else does. And you want to know the craziest part about these people with these G80s, which I've just really been seeing a lot recently, is they are, to have a G80 and to impress everybody, because you keep seeing all these G80s pop up on Instagram and TikTok, to impress people and get a G80 so everybody can be like, oh my God, you're the coolest. They're paying interest out the wazoo, bro. I've seen multiple statements, or people even posting, these dealers posting, they're getting these people for 15%, like 20%, 25% interest rate. And if you take that to a actual website, like a interest calculator, that is a for an $80,000 car, that is a $98,000 that you're paying in interest. $98,000 that you're paying. You're paying more interest than you're paying in the car just to have a G80, just to be able to flex it and go on Instagram and just be like, oh, I got a G80. Everybody should think I'm the coolest guy in the world. And that, to me, is insanity, that you would pay more than double the car's price in interest. And it's not even like it's just the interest. It's not even like it's just the interest charges that they're paying that is crazy. They're also taking these crazy loans so they can have like these low payments, because most of these people don't have the best of jobs. They're taking these, 8-year loans, 12-year loans. I saw at one point, it said 144 payments. That's 12 years of a loan. What are we doing just to get that right monthly payment that you can actually afford? Like, I don't want people to think that I'm hating on G80s or I'm hating on GT3 RSs, because I am not. I think those are great cars. I just think it's the people who buy, kind of like the 350Z situation, it's the people who buy these cars that are ruining it for everybody else. Because what do you mean you're paying a 12-year loan and your interest rate is 25% every year? Like, that is insane. We need to do our research and we need to build our credits before we go out and make these stupid decisions. All right, but I'll close that on the G80 and the TikTok car, guys, because I don't want to get in. That could be a whole video topic on itself. If you guys really want to see a video of somebody fully breaking that down, I would recommend a Bladed Angel video, his dumb car buyers. I'll probably link it in the description below. I feel like that is a great video to watch to really know what's going on in that world. But my next point that I want to get into, who I feel like is really ruining the car community, is not the people who go to the car meets, not respecting the lots. Because at the end of the day, that is what really grows the car community and really brings more people to the car community, is car meets. And some of these car meet hosts, or some of these people who go to these car meets, they just aren't respecting the meets anymore. Like, we are the enemies of the cops now, because this whole takeover culture where you just take over a street and start doing donuts, that is not a car meet. I will fight you on any day of the week and argue with you that is not a car meet. Those are not real car guys. They are just egoists who just want to say, look at me and look at me do these big donuts, and I don't care about anybody else. And then on the other side, you have some of these people who go to these nicer meets, like the Cars and Coffees that I go to, or some of even these night meets that have permits, and they ruin them by not respecting the lot, by getting to the lot and rev bombing and just doing, just shooting flames and just doing the stupidest stuff, when it's like, again, being egoist and wanting everybody to look at you and look at my car, look at my clapped out Honda or my clapped out 350Z. Again, I'm not attacking anybody, but like, come on, dog. It literally says on the flyer, do not come here, do not rev bomb, do not come in here speeding, do not come in here being loud. Like, just respect the lot. That's all you have to do. Like, people are gonna come around, they're gonna look at your car. You shouldn't be coming to a meet with the emphasis, I want everybody to look at my car. You should be coming to a car meet with the emphasis, I'm coming there to look at other cars and, to spread the love and, meet new people. Unfortunately, it feels like the game is already lost. Like, I remember, some car meets I used to go back to in the G, where we had to go to 5 different spots. That's how bad it was, because people would just get to the new spot and they would just rev bomb and just rev it up, and then the cops would be there and take it over. Sometimes the cops would already be waiting at these spots ready to shut us down, and it's like, we didn't even get a chance to try to show ourselves, because at this point the cops just already know, oh yeah, these guys are just going to be disrespectful to the whole environment and they're not going to care about anybody else. And it's like, you're ruining it. You're ruining it for everybody else who just wants to have a great night out at a car meet with some friends and just enjoy their time. But we can't even do that anymore, because these egoists are just ruining everything.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Let's move away from that topic, because I could probably also talk about what are these guys doing? Like, what is going on here? But let's not talk about that. I could go on about that topic forever too. But I feel like another problem that we're having is people hating on each other's builds, Like, somebody tries to do something that everybody tries to do something that may be, you know, a little different or not the typical cookie cutter build, and people instantly hate on them. You know, it kind of goes back to those TikTok cars. It feels like there's also like TikTok builds, like cookie cutter builds, like maybe if you don't put T's on your car, if you don't do a certain type of style, then instantly it's like you have people in the comments where you can easily find them just hating on people, just saying, oh, why did you put this on your car? Why did you do that car on your car? Or even the new term poverty spec. Oh yeah, but poverty spec G80, or yeah, but poverty spec this car. When maybe that's all that person can get at that time, or maybe that's how they wanted it. Why do we instantly just go to hating rather than, you know, trying to be like, you know, that's a cool car, bro. You know, you worked hard for that and you deserve that. And I don't even want to get into, you know, the Alibaba stuff or any of that, because that's a whole nother, you know, topic, and I don't want to put a bigger target on my back. But it's just the people, like, we're, you know, what happened to the respect all builds, or let people to try to be a little different? You know, not everybody wants to do that same cookie cutter build and wants to be just like everybody else. So we have to start respecting more builds and not just saying, oh, why didn't you do this to your car, or I would have did it this way, which is okay, yes, you would have did it that way. Why don't you go out, you buy that car and you do it that way, instead of coming at that person and saying, oh no, your build sucks because you didn't build it the way I would build my car. You know, that's just garbage. But I'm not trying to say that all you know, the car community is just completely dead, because I feel like there is some good things, or there is some progress that's being made in the community. Like, you do see a lot more diverse builds, or you do still see like really good cars and coffees, and you don't always have these problems, but it feels like it's just something that's growing, and the bubble might finally burst. And it's just, there's so many clout chasers, or there's so many people, I feel like, who's in this car stuff not for the love of the cars, but more just for impressing people. And I feel like we, as a car community, we can fix that pretty, I'm not going to say it's pretty easily, but I feel like we can fix that if we work together. You know, the best way to fix that, a lot of these guys, like, you know, with the first point I had with these TikTok car guys, or these guys who are financing these cars to impress other people, and even the second point, the best way to get them out of this is to just leave them alone. Like this guy next to me who's trying to get my attention with this Accord. You just act like he's not. This is a little clip from Future Drive Mirror about that Accord. Looking back at the video, that's actually a spot where there's a speed camera right there. So that guy chose to take a speeding ticket to try to impress me and to try to get me to look at his car, rather than just cruising and chilling and just, you know, just throwing the thumbs up. Like, that's how bad it's really starting to get. That's literally full proof and evidence right there. They are egoists. You just have to act like they aren't there. You have to pay them no mind. These guys go to these car meets and they're trying to, you know, and they're trying to get people to look at their car and, oh, look at me. Just act like they're not there. Pay them no mind, because they thrive off of people, you know, looking at their car, giving them some sort of attention. You just have to not give them that attention that they're looking for. These G80 guys, who are these TikTok car guys who are only like, you know, certain cars just because everybody else likes them, just think and actually reflect on why you like that car. You know, I'm not trying to bash you, I'm not trying to come at you, because again, those are great cars. I like those cars too. But just think about why you like those cars, and maybe you might come to a realization that maybe that's really not you. I did not make this video to come at anybody or to, you know, attack anybody personally. I just had something that was on my mind and I really wanted to get off my chest, because it's honestly just really been grinding my gears, seeing people do stuff for others rather than doing something to make themselves happy. You know, we all should try, instead of striving to make other people happy, you should try to make yourself happy. That is the first step of happiness, is making yourself happy. So, you know, I just want to see the car community be a better place, because without these car meets, without this car community, it wouldn't be as fun as it is just by myself. So, you know, thank you guys for watching today, you know, listening to my rant. This will probably won't be doing another video like this for a while. I know this was a little controversial. Won't probably be making a video for a while because it's supposed to rain on next week and all this weekend, so all the car meets got canceled. But you guys will probably catch the next video at McLaren, Philadelphia, May 2nd. So can't wait to see you guys then. Like, dislike, let me know how you guys feel in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.